Is there anything better than a game that immerses you in an emotional and impactful story? Hi, hello, my name is Kat, and welcome to the coziest corner of the internet. Today we are revisiting a favorite genre of mine. It's story-driven games for Nintendo Switch. It's been a while since I've made a video like this, so I wanted to revisit the list I've made before and add a few that have become my go-tos. The criteria today is quite simple, but at the end of the day, I want these games to be story-driven at their core. The story is the most important part, so gameplay should either be minimal or casual to really let the story shine. I personally find the video game medium so great because you get to experience a story like no other piece of art. You get to live in the shoes of the main character, and I think that really drives a narrative home. A few of the games on today's list do have heavy subjects, so I encourage you to look up trigger warnings before you purchase. Overall though, all the games on today's list have beautifully told stories, and you will be hooked from beginning to end. Anyways, without further ado, let's get to the list. First on the list is my all-time favorite walking simulator. It's Firewatch. Firewatch is a single-player, first-person mystery set in the Wyoming wilderness. The year is 1989. You are a man named Henry who is retreated from his messy life to work as a fire lookout in the Wyoming wilderness. Perched high atop a mountain, it's your job to look for smoke and keep the wilderness safe. An especially hot, dry summer has everyone on edge. Your supervisor Delilah is available to you at all times over a small, handheld radio, your only contact with the world you've left behind. But when something strange draws you out of your lookout tower and into the forest, you'll explore a wild and unknown environment, and facing choices that can build or destroy the only meaningful relationship you have. Firewatch is a really short game, but will keep you hooked from beginning to end. The main character has that morally gray mystery about them, and it's really unclear what's going on at first. The art style is also incredibly beautiful, and I wish the studio had more games coming out. A cozy gaming classic, live out your fantasy barista dreams in Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk is a game about listening to people's problems and helping them by serving up a warm drink out of the ingredients you have in stock. It is a game that depicts lives as humanly as possible while having a cast that is more than just humans. Immerse yourself in the stories of alternative Seattle inhabitants, ranging from a dramatic love story between an elf and a succubus, an alien trying to understand humans' lives, and many others modern readers will find strongly echo the world around them. The sequel to this game comes out this year, and I literally cannot wait. Coffee Talk is definitely more like reading a novel than playing a game, as the gameplay itself is very minimal. But overall, it's such a fun game, and the stories are really fascinating. If you like fantasy stories set in the real world, you're gonna love this game. On the topic of Coffee Talk, a newly released cozy game by the same studio, the next on the list is A Space for the Unbound. A Space for the Unbound is a slice-of-life adventure game with beautiful pixel art that tells a story about overcoming anxiety, depression, and the relationship between a boy and a girl with supernatural powers. Follow two high school sweethearts, Atma and Raya, on a journey of self-discovery at the end of their high school years. When a mysteriously supernatural power is suddenly unleashed, threatening their existence, they must explore and investigate their town to uncover hidden secrets, face the end of the world, and perhaps learn more about each other. Set in a small town inspired by 90s era rural Indonesia, A Space for the Unbound presents an endearing, story-driven experience with a vibrant environment waiting to be explored. You can really see why this studio is known for their heartwarming, story-driven games. A Space for the Unbound is another winner with a great premise. I can't wait to dive deeper into this game. We played it on stream recently, so make sure you rewatch the recording to see my thoughts on it. Another all-time favorite game of mine, next is the mysterious and beautiful What Remains of Edith Finch. As Edith, you'll explore the colossal Finch house, searching for stories as she explores her family history and tries to figure out why she's the last one in her family left alive. Each story you find lets you experience the life of a new family member on the day of their death, with stories ranging from the distant past to the present day. The gameplay and tone of the stories are as varied as the Finches themselves. The only constants are that each is played from a first-person perspective and that each story ends with that family member's death. Ultimately, it's a game about what it feels like to be humbled and astonished by the vast and unknowable world around us. This game really surprised me when I first played it. It's another one like Firewatch that I played the whole thing in one sitting. It's kind of spooky, but mostly really immersive, and the story is incredibly heartbreaking. If you're looking for a good cry, definitely check this one out. We played this next one on stream not too long ago. Next is Oxenfree. Oxenfree is a supernatural thriller about a group of friends who unwittingly open a ghostly rift. Play as Alex, a bright, rebellious teenager who brings her new stepbrother Jonas to an overnight party on an old military island. The night takes a terrifying turn when you unwittingly open a ghostly gate spawned from the island's cryptic past. How you deal with these events, your peers, and the ominous creatures you've unleashed is up to you. You determine every aspect of Alex's story while exploring Edward's Island, uncovering the base's dark past, and challenging the course of your friends' lives. I thought this game would be more scary than it was, so I was actually pleasantly surprised that it was more like a mystery thriller than a horror game. It's got some really trippy elements that will have your head spinning, and the characters are all so layered and interesting. The sequel to this game also comes out this year, so it's worth playing now to prepare. A classic for a reason, the next is gorgeous pixel art game about a sassy bird, A Short Hike. A little exploration game about hiking up a mountain. Hike, climb, and soar through the peaceful mountainside landscapes of Hawk Peak Provincial Park. Follow the marked trails or explore the backcountry as you make your way to the summit. Along the way, meet other hikers, discover hidden treasures, and take in the world around you. They really make this game sound so cozy and chill, but in reality, I was crying my heart out by the end. This is probably the game on the list with the most actual gameplay, so if you're looking for something a bit more active, this is the one to check out. It's open world with lots of climbing, adventuring, and little side quests to find. Paired with a story that will pull all of the heartstrings, it's a game you need to play if you haven't already. I should also mention that once you're done playing, you absolutely will want the soundtrack playing on repeat. It's that good. Another emotional pixel art game, this next one will definitely have you sobbing. It's To the Moon. Dr. Rosaline and Dr. Watts have peculiar jobs. They give people another chance to live all the way from the very beginning, but only in their patients' heads. Due to the severity of the operation, the new life becomes the last thing the patients remember before drawing their last breath. Thus, the operation is only done to people on their deathbeds to fulfill what they wish they had done with their lives but didn't. This particular story follows their attempt to fulfill the dream of an elderly man, Johnny. With each step back in time, a new fragment of Johnny's past is revealed. As the two doctors piece together the puzzled events that spanned a lifetime, they seek to find out just why the frail old man chose his dying wish to be what it is. And Johnny's last wish is, of course, to go to the moon. With a really gorgeous art style and so many stories to explore, To the Moon is definitely a game you won't want to miss out on. A game I picked up on the winter sale and one that you absolutely don't want to miss out on. It's Roki. Rediscover magic and chart your adventure through this forgotten northern world of mystery and monsters. Find your courage, discover hidden paths, solve ancient puzzles, and travel deeper through the icy land to learn the truth. Join Tove on a fantastical journey to save her family, one that takes her deep into a hidden, long-forgotten world of folklore, filled with strange locations and even stranger creatures. Explore the ancient wilderness, solve its mysteries, and save your family in this modern adventure game for all. This game kind of combines walking adventure with a point-and-click game. There's lots of little puzzles to solve as you go on your adventure, with a very emotional storyline packed in throughout. It's also got some great visuals and a powerful soundtrack, everything you need to be fully immersed in this gorgeous game. Another one that had me crying in the first few minutes of the game, Endling, Extinction is Forever, puts you in the shoes of a fox in the woods. Experience a world ravaged by mankind through the eyes of the last fox on Earth in this eco-conscious adventure. Discover the destructive force of the human race, day after day corrupts, pollutes, and exploits the most precious and valuable resources of the natural environment. Explore various 3D side-scrolling areas and defend your tiny furballs, feed them, watch them grow up, notice their unique personalities and fears, and most importantly, help them to survive. The gameplay is very minimalistic, but really keeps you hooked in this game. The visuals and soundtrack are just as immersive as any of the other games on the list, and I think helps to deliver its message around pollution and conservation. It's a really relaxing yet impactful experience that anyone will enjoy. Last but not least, this next one is a road trip that has lots of twists and turns. It's Road 96. Summer 1996. Today is the day. You hit the road. Adventure, freedom, escape, run, flee the regime, try to survive. On this risky road trip to the border, you'll meet incredible characters and discover their intertwined stories and secrets in an ever-evolving adventure. But every mile opens up a choice to make. Your decisions will change your adventure, change the people you meet, maybe even change the world. There are thousands of roads across the authoritarian nation of Petria. Which one will you take? I've always enjoyed watching people play this game on stream. It's a mixed bag of frightening, intense adventure, and casual, chill road trip story. You'll meet tons of characters along the way and really explore themes around immigration, family, and more. Anyways, that's it for me today. Let me know down in the comments, what's your favorite story game on Switch? As per usual, I would so appreciate it if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell to hear of more content. I so enjoy making videos like this and even revisiting old ones, so please do stick around and I'm sure there'll be more for you to check out. If you enjoy hearing my thoughts about games, make sure you follow me over on Instagram, where I post and share my reviews and thoughts on indie games of all varieties. Anyways, that's it for me today. I hope you guys have the coziest day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!